Arthur had a friend whose entire job was telling people that they had terminal cancer. He would break the news, and all of his patients would go home and Google their illnesses. They'd come back into their next appointment totally overwhelmed by the life expectancy statistics. And even though they were overloaded, they couldn't stop looking things up. They were searching for any sort of information that would make them feel better. And Arthur's friend, the oncologist, would tell them,
don't do that because you're not going to be satisfied. You're not going to get information. You can't be done. And so he tells this to his patients. It's a very beautiful thing. I don't know what's going to happen next week. I don't know what's going to happen next month or next year, but I do know that I am alive and well today, and I refuse to waste the gift that is this day. And that's what we need to do. Every day, start the day saying, I don't know what's going to happen today. I don't know when I'm going to get back to work the way I used to. I don't know when I'm going to get to travel again. I don't know. I don't know what the world's going to look like 6 months from now, but today is a gift, and I will not waste this gift. I will not express the ingratitude that comes from spending 2 hours looking at the media. It's not right. I'm going to be fully alive today. I'm going to earn my success today. I'm going to serve others today. And then uncertainty can be actually an experience for growth and not just an experience for pain.
Wow. So it ultimately comes down to gratitude.
Yeah, well, most things do. Ultimately, if you say I refuse to waste the gift, that is another way of saying I refuse to be ungrateful for the gift that is this day. And we all should be thinking about that all the time. I mean, the key is on coronavirus epidemic or any inconvenience that you face is that you got to be an entrepreneur about your life, right? I mean, your life is your only real startup. I mean, everybody talks about, you've started this business, you've got this podcast and successful. It's great. But your real startup is like you Inc. That's the enterprise of life.
For that startup, we have one opportunity to get it right. That's it. So now, jumping into the unknown looks a little less risky, right? Here's Ozan again.
The things that have had the most positive impact on my life have been subtractions. So getting rid of things, creating more open space for me to think and write and explore. And if you're not intentional about subtracting, about creating space, it's so easy to fill your life with meetings that you don't need to attend, emails that you don't need to write, cars that you don't need to own, junk that fills up your drawers that you don't need. And all of that physical and mental clutter takes up space. And then you don't leave room in your brain basically for new ideas to emerge. My thoughts go back to this poem that I love from Donna Markova. It's called I Will Not Die an Unlived Life. And she says, I choose to risk my significance so that what comes to me as seed can go to the next as blossom. And so whenever I'm afraid of making a leap, her voice comes to me as an echo from my subconscious, just reminding me that I've got nothing to lose. And that phrase, I choose to risk my significance, is something that I go back to on a fairly regular basis.
So that begs the question, what are you willing to risk your significance for?